This video is for educational and awareness purposes only. Any examples shown are edited for privacy and safety. This content reflects personal experience and widely documented scam behavior patterns. No accusations are made against any individual or platform. Romance scams don't begin with money. They begin with attention, affection, and emotional safety. In my earlier videos, I showed how scams move from social media to messaging apps, then into fake platforms and financial loss. Today, I want to focus on the emotional engine that powers many of these scams, romance grooming. This is how scammers slowly shape emotions, trust, attachment, and dependence, long before money is ever mentioned. Romance scammers don't look for wealth first. They look for emotional access. They often target people who appear lonely, grieving, recently divorced, newly single, or emotionally open. They study posts, photos, comments, and reactions. What feels like luck is often intentional selection. They don't begin with money. They begin with emotional access. Scammers look for people who appear emotionally open or vulnerable, not because there's something wrong with them, but because they're human. That can mean someone who's lonely, grieving, recently divorced, newly single, or simply expressive and genuine online. They pay close attention to social media activity, posts, photos, captions, comments, who engages often, who shares openly, who responds with emotion. What feels like a random or lucky connection is rarely accidental. In many cases, it's the result of deliberate observation and intentional selection. I call them vulnerability vultures. Once contact begins, intensity rises quickly. Compliments come fast, daily messages, constant attention. Victims often feel seen in a way they haven't in years. This is called love bombing, and it's designed to create emotional acceleration. Once contact is made, emotional intensity rises quickly. Compliments come fast, messages are frequent, attention feels constant. The victim often feels deeply seen or valued in a way they may not have felt in a long time. This phase is designed to accelerate attachment before trust has time to form naturally. Scammers mirror values, beliefs, and life experiences. Same goals, same struggles, same timing. This creates the illusion of destiny or meant to be, but it's actually emotional data being used to shape the connection. Scammers mirror values, beliefs, goals, and life experiences. They reflect back shared struggles, dreams, and timing. This creates a false sense of destiny or deep compatibility. In reality, the scammer is collecting emotional data and feeding it back strategically. Romance scammers almost always become just out of reach. They avoid real-time video. They travel frequently. They work overseas. They claim security restrictions. Distance is not accidental. It's protection for the scam. As the connection deepens, the scammer remains just out of reach. They avoid real-time video, claim overseas work, frequent travel, or security restrictions. This distance isn't accidental. It protects the scammer's identity while maintaining emotional control. As attachment deepens, subtle isolation begins. Victims may be told, "Others wouldn't understand us. People are jealous. Let's keep this private for now." Secrecy strengthens dependency. Subtle isolation begins. The victim may be encouraged to keep the relationship private. They may hear things like, "Others wouldn't understand us," or "people are jealous." Do not be fooled by this. Secrecy strengthens emotional dependency and reduces outside intervention. Talk to someone you trust immediately if you are in a situation like this. I often hear, "I wish I would have told someone." When financial topics appear, they feel natural. A business idea, a friend who invests, a future plan together. By this stage, emotional trust is already locked in. Logic becomes optional. Financial topics are introduced gradually and with care. It may begin as a casual business idea, an investment opportunity, or a conversation about building a future together. By the time money enters the discussion, emotional trust is already well established, which makes logical resistance much harder. In other cases, the request is framed as a temporary hardship. Statements like, "I need help accessing my medication," or "I can't reach my funds and need medical care," are designed to trigger urgency, empathy, and a desire to protect someone you care about. Promises of future trips, shared investments, or buying a home together are also common. These future-focused narratives strengthen emotional commitment while shifting attention away from present warning signs. If the relationship is moving unusually fast or the story feels too good to be true, that's not romance. It's a signal that the dynamic is not healthy. Romance scams work because they don't attack logic first. They build attachment before asking for belief. Emotion controls risk perception. Once someone feels bonded, they'll defend the relationship, even against evidence. Some of the biggest early warning signs include fast emotional attachment, avoidance of live video, overly polished life stories, being asked to keep the relationship private, sudden financial opportunities tied to the relationship. These are not romantic coincidences. They are grooming signals. In the next video, I'll break down how scammers research their targets before grooming them. If this video helped you understand emotional grooming, please share it. And subscribe for continued scam education, recovery guidance, and awareness based on real experience.